they will see over time GPs freed up from some of the things they have to do today in order to be able to spend more time treating the patient in the round and as a whole person, rather than as a series of things which they have to do in order to get the money that they get through the current system. Just need to be clear that nothing that you get from your family doctor now in your own practice will move from your own practice. The purpose of practices working together in clusters is for them to be able to draw down closer to where people live services that are currently provided in hospital settings. So it is possible that instead of going to a hospital, you might go to a GP that's not your own but nearby to where you live, because that particular practice will have a new expertise in something.
One of the aims is to reduce the burden on A&E. How will you measure success? How will you measure that this plan has worked?
Well, we are putting extra money against a number of key things that we want to see general practice in Wales do more of in the future, and we will measure their success in doing that. So that's early detection of cancer. It's people who want to die at home, end of life care, rather than being admitted to hospital, being able to die at home, which we know people say to us always they would rather do if at all possible. And then care of the very frail elderly. Built into the new contract will be ways of measuring the new performance in those things, and those things, all of them, will make a contribution to people not needing to be in hospital.
Record high number of people waiting more than 9 months for hospital treatment after being seen by a GP. So even if this plan does work, it'll be little comfort for those patients who have to wait many more months for treatment.
Well, there are fewer people waiting overall for treatment in the Welsh NHS than before, and the people waiting more than 26 weeks has come down. I am disappointed to see the rise in people waiting over 36 weeks. I've made it clear to local health boards that even in the difficult period over the winter, I expect them to concentrate on those longer waiters, and I do expect to see those figures coming down.
An internal email at Wrexham Maidor Hospital described the situation there as being log-jammed with patients, coupled with today's latest figures. Is the NHS in Wales in crisis, do you think?
No, the NHS Wales isn't in crisis, and certainly one internal email in one hospital in Wales cannot be generalised to make that sort of point. The NHS in Wales is under pressure. There's no doubt that as we've come out to the New Year and Christmas holidays, people have come into hospitals in large numbers this week. I say to people what hospitals themselves say. If you don't need to go to an A&E department, you shouldn't go there. You should try and use all the other things that are there for people to use, GP surgeries themselves, pharmacists, NHS Direct. There are many ways in which people who don't need an emergency service can get the service they need, and in doing that they'll be seen quicker themselves, and they will make sure that those people who really do need emergency treatment get that quicker too.